Confidence obviously is back here for the squad, and to say the least, they have a matchup that, you know, I would argue to say is going to be a 2-0 in their favor, given, you know, the players on the other side. Not to knock them,
No,
but, you know.
but yeah, you are right. It should really be a 202 TCM. But coming back to the launch invitational, they came back with a vengeance because they felt that they didn't do themselves justice. They felt they didn't do Europe justice, and they came back last weekend at the European Championships and really brought the noise. I mean, this is probably the most loud TCM team we've ever seen.
Yeah.
We probably won't see it in this matchup, but last weekend, Chalky is a scary man when he shouts. And you know Riots, you know how tall Riots is.
Oh, well, I know how tall he is. Yes, I'm fully aware of how tall Riots is.
When that guy is standing across from you on the station and he's stood up, you know.
Yeah.
You know he's there.
I'm convinced Riots plays with one hand. Halo.
Yeah.
That's how giant this man is.
I'm convinced one of his parents is a tree because he is so. I mean, it's plausible. That guy is so tall.
Yeah,
he's 6'8", something like that. It is crazy.
He's wasting his time playing Halo. He really should be playing American basketball.
He really
that's just what he should be doing, or I don't know, maybe American football.
Yeah,
just anything that requires height.
Yeah.
You know, like. But yeah, no, for sure, TCM definitely a real talented squad. So just to let you guys know why we're taking a little while here. So obviously we want to make sure all the players are warmed up and we have an equal playing field for everyone. So TCM and Velociraptors are warmed up, ready to go. Lobby is currently being generated right now. Players will be folding in a little bit. We're going to be talking for a tad bit more. Hopefully you're not too too frustrated with us.
To be honest, I could sit here and talk to you all day. To be honest,
I could talk. Listen, I was telling this to my wife yesterday. Part of being a caster is loving to hear the sound of your own voice.
Yes, yep.
And it's probably the worst thing that you could possibly say, but it goes with the territory. You have to be able to fill for hours on end, right? I don't know if you guys remember PAX Prime Invitational.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
That was the best filling I ever did in my entire career. I felt like that in itself deserved an achievement. It at the end of the event, she just went filled for like 20 hours. Yeah. Of course, it was unfortunate, but I'm glad that the event still went off incredibly well. And, of course, guys, we want to continue to hear feedback on the event. Gfinity wants to hear feedback because this is the first time that Gfinity has done a Halo event.
That is very true. And remember to use the hashtag Gfinity Halo 2K. This wonderful man is going to be giving a magical prize. It could be a
HCS shirt, or it could be a copy of Master Chief Collection.
Could be
I don't know.
A pork loin from your fridge, or
could be a pork loin from the fridge, man.
I
got this
pork loin, then
peppercorn pork loin.
So if you want some pork loin, make sure you use the hashtag Gfinity Halo 2K. Let us know what you're thinking. Make sure you use the stream link, which is of course twitch.tv/GfinityTV.
Yeah, that's right. Make sure you guys, again, social about it, talking about it. If you're on the haloforum.eu, big shout out to that community out there. Of course, for people who are tuning in who are a part of the Beyond community, as well as our Halo on Reddit. Much love to all the community sites, and of course, Halo Waypoint. Can't forget about those guys there too. So, and just a reminder, at 1 p.m., so let me see, that will be in about 45 minutes. So when this game is over, we are going to have an announcement, okay, about Halo, about the HCS. It's going to be great. You're not going to want to miss it. It is, big thanks.
It is.
Okay, big thanks with an A, not with an I.
No.
So it's thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks. That's how you.
No thing.
I'm gonna bring my Brooklyn swag over to EU. That's just.
Okay. We can do that. That's fine. I don't think anyone will object.
I'm actually excited. It's the first time I've been able to work with Gfinity too, which has always been a pleasure. I've always been a big fan of what Gfinity has done. I was a huge fan of G1, G2, and G3. Watched those shows so much, so it was just an absolute blast. I'm glad to be here. London's treated me nicely, guys. Okay, which, by the way, match is starting up in just a second. Gotta ask you, okay, because I don't know. Coming from the United States, we really don't have like a United States cuisine. Okay.
Yeah.
I know this is like a real off-topic thing, but I gotta ask. I gotta ask this.
So there's no like signature dish for.
Is there a signature dish out here? I mean, is it like fish and chips?
Fish and chips is pretty bang on.
I haven't found a good one yet, and maybe I've been looking at the wrong places.
Yeah, I could show you a good chippy. A chippy is what it's called. I can show you.
And
I know
now, to my understanding, you have fish and chips, and you also have mushy peas.
yes, mushy peas.
Mushy peas.
Mushy peas.
So it
yeah.
has to have mushy peas.
Yes.
If it doesn't, it's basically it's
Well,
crap.
it depends. You know, some people don't like mushy peas. I myself not the biggest fan. You
Okay.
can have fish and chips without mushy peas.
Okay, so it's okay.
I don't care what anyone says.
It's not blasphemy.
That is possible.
Okay,
that
good to know.
can happen. But yeah, you need if a place does good mushy peas, it's gonna do good fish and chips.
Okay,
Pretty much.
okay.
It's pretty much the short and sweet of it.
Because like since I've come here, I've had Korean. I've had let me see. I had giraffe.
Yep.
Which was
Wow,
pretty good.
really? Giraffe?
Yeah, giraffe was good. It's like a chain restaurant, right?
Not like an actual giraffe.
No, I'd have giraffe meat. No. Giraffe, the
thought you
chain
would-
restaurant.
What is it like? You having like a neck of giraffe? Or
No,
like,
I think that might be illegal. And
Yeah,
I think that
so.
might be a
I was
crime.
wondering, I thought you were about to confess to a crime.
No, that's
Oh
bad.
my goodness.
Don't eat giraffe,
No,
people. That
God,
is,
they're adorable.
yeah, they're wonderful creatures. Why would you want?
Jeez. My heart racing.
That went in a completely other direction. All right, well, there you see on your screen the guys from Velociraptors. They have no idea we're talking about giraffes.
No.
Bless them. And of course, guys, you can see the hashtag up the top, Gfinity Halo 2K. Make sure you guys get social about it. Let everyone know what's going on out there. Waiting for the players to get this one set up. It seems like everyone's warmed up here, so
hopefully we can get that underway soon. Guys, if anyone actually knows what giraffe tastes like, please tweet.
honestly, no, you shouldn't tweet us. You shouldn't. They're cuddly creatures.
I've had an I've had ostrich before.
I've had ostrich.
Yeah.
I've had ox.
Yep.
I've had bison.
I haven't had bison.
Bison's basically just cow.
Okay.
It's basically just
Okay, so it's
ground
some
beef.
fancy cow.
But I've had
basically.
ostrich before. That one caught me off guard. I didn't expect that one
You'd
at all.
expect it to be like chicken, but it's not really.
It's not chicken.
No,
it's not. It's
well,
ostrich.
Ostrich
Yeah,
is, yeah.
I felt bad eating it.
Yeah,
You know? but why do I not feel bad about eating chicken? I should feel bad about that too, shouldn't I? Like,
because when you're eating like bison, you think of like, oh, big bison, or like when you're eating like an ostrich, you think, oh, it's so cuddly and like long legs and long neck. It's like, oh, it's so cute. But when it's like chicken or like beef, it's like,
yeah.
It's
Are you
cow.
ready for the corniest joke of all time?
go.
Well, TCM is gonna have a Velociraptor burger. Oh snap!
Wow.
Corny all day, baby. That's what I do. I bring the corn and the mushy peas over here to
How
London.
much longer is?
I don't
this
know.
game gonna-
Yeah, I don't know. Well, players are getting ready. They're warming up here. I don't know what's going on. At Brightside, I was looking at him warm up. He's been pretty much using the pro combo exclusively.
Yeah.
So he's looking forward to seeing him rely on that one quite a bit because they're going to need it against TCM.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, when you talk about this Velociraptors lineup, it doesn't on paper look that stacked. But when you actually look at the players, Xavier, he's placed at Gamescom. He placed second.
Xavier's a great player.
Yeah,
he played great at Gamescom.
He did, yeah.
I was impressed with him quite a bit.
And then you look at Brightside, and although on the international stage he's not really been out to many foreign events, he's placed very well, and he's actually a very, very good player, and he's actually been looking to play again as well. So this maybe could be a springboard for him. So he might want to impress.
So all of TCM they're all UK.
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
And Velociraptors, Xavi's UK.
Yep.
But
Cyborg, Manatee, Brightside, all UK. So
we have all UK.
Yep, UK clean sweep.
Okay, nice
Except
stuff.
in the booth, unfortunately.
I'm here. I'm here, and I'm proud.
Talking about giraffe.
Talking about giraffe. Listen, no, but it is a chain restaurant though.
Is it?
Chain giraffe? Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen.
Have you never gone?
I've seen
How
giraffe.
often
The
do you go
animal.
into central London?
Not often.
Okay.
Not very often.
Okay.
So
Never mind then.
I live in Southampton, and there's no giraffes, the animal or chain.
Yeah.
In Southampton.
Well, I mean,
so.
there are no giraffes in America
Okay.
that are readily available.
Okay.
So no.
Was it enjoyable? What did you eat at giraffe?
It's not a burger, man. It was just a.
Was it a giraffe burger?
It's basically just like it was supposed to be like American cuisine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like American, which
back to
had a
what
lot of salt.
You said that you have no signature dish, but everyone sees like cheeseburger, fries.
I guess so, but like I feel like a burger is a universal, delicacy.
Yeah.
Like I'm a burger connoisseur. This is
Okay.
something you guys got to know. I make my own burgers, probably
Really?
the best in the
No
world.
way.
Yeah, no, I make my own burgers and everything. I'm very into cooking.
I've seen Man vs. Food. and they go to like burger joints, and there's like cheese in the middle of the burger. Like
Oh, okay, yes. So that's called a Juicy Lucy.
Oh, Juicy
okay,
Lucy.
and I make those.
Yeah. Oh,
yes,
my
I make those.
goodness
So it
gracious.
is very easy to make those too, because like all you got to do is take 2 patties, you put a little group of cheese in the middle, and then you just close that up, seal it up real nice. You know, you got to put it on. You got to season it. Okay, and then you throw it on the grill, and then you good to go. That's basically how it is. So we just got told that there's one player who unfortunately could not connect to the game.
I believe it's Riots that's having a bit of problems. But
so blame Riots.
To be honest with you, I could stay here all day and talk about giraffes.
I'm sure that there are
food.
tons of people in the Twitch chat right now cursing my name because I went. The topic was here.
Yep.
And I took it over there.
Oh,
and of course, the producers in the back are basically telling us. I'm in the chat, by the way, guys, so you can feel free to at me in the chat and just yell at me and stuff. You know, it's perfectly fine. I work for the company, so you pretty much expect it at this point. It's come with the territory now.
Well, I actually have feelings, so don't shout at me, please, because I'm a sensitive flower.
No, what? Don't listen. By all means, Wonder is not the guy you want to yell at. Okay,
I'm just trying to bounce off you. You're talking about giraffes and burgers.
I'm bringing you giraffe meat.
I'm throwing it right back.
You're just chugging it over to me, you know. But yeah, so guys, obviously, you know, let us know what you want to see moving forward here in the competition. Besides, obviously, getting into some action. You know, the Gfinity guys have done a couple cool things with the production as well. Something to note. They did a cool quad screen, which we can actually pull up in a little bit. And they're going to be kind of tinkering with that as well based on your feedback. It's always super important to have that. So, again, thank you to everyone who is tuning in here and waiting around with us as we get this matchup started in just a little bit.
I want to talk about the matchups that is coming up after the HCS announcement. It is going to be FaZe France taking on Team Infused. That is a heavyweight matchup in European Halo, Golden Boy.
Yeah.
These guys are just some of the best players in Europe, and they're going to be going head-to-head. I think it's still going to be a best of 3. I would have liked to see a best of 5, but obviously we have to stick to the schedule.
Yeah.
But still, this is going to be a heavyweight matchup.
That's going to be a good one. We saw FaZe actually the 2-0 Xenix, which was surprising. A lot of people said Xenix will be able to force that game 3. They could not do anything in the Shrine CTF matchup. It was a close game, though, I believe, in the first matchup, which was Warlord Team Slayer. Now it's kind of just looking like FaZe is the underdogs in this matchup. So I think this is the matchup that's going to be starting up here in just a bit.
I've got to ask you, who do you want to jump on board with first?
I got to go to my boy Chalky.
It's got to be, really.
You knew I was going to go to Chalky. I pretty much have just montage reels of me just talking about Chalky.
You know, last weekend it was Blackjack going up against Chalky, and basically we had the switcher in front of us, and it was basically just swapping between Chalky and Blackjack. So those are 2 players you need to watch out for this weekend. But it was basically the Chalky show last weekend.
I'm so pumped to see that London Conspiracy TCM matchup. I also want to see TEC in the fray as well. I'm really pumped for TEC. But, well, all right, guys, enough of the fill. Thank you so much for being patient with us. We really appreciate it. Now it is time to jump into the action. Team Slayer on Warlord, and we're kicking it off with none other than Chalky. Let's see what he's going to do here. Who is going to pick up the camo? That's actually going to be 2 Foxy who gets the camo for TCM. This is going to start looking real good for them now, Wonder.
Yeah, you're not wrong. We're still on board with Chalky right here. He takes down Manatee, trying to get a double kill there on his TCM coach. Is not able to, though, but you see
5-0
the
already.
assist medal. Yep, look at the score. I believe that's 6-0 right now, and we're not even 30 seconds into this game.
My goodness, they just came out the gate, ended up picking off 4 players right away. It just, TCM showing that dominance is why they are considered one of the best teams in Europe. Chalky pushing forward here. Let's actually jump over to 2 Foxy. It seems like Chalky had a slight issue there. That could be on our end, though, so because it seems like he's still playing on the other side. Nope, I stand corrected.
Yep, so more filler on the way.
More filler, guys. More filler. Seems like we had a little bit of an issue there. Apologies all around.
It's really unlucky as well because Chalky last week was the only player to get technical difficulties in the final. It was him 4, 5, maybe 6 times in a row. So what you're saying
is he's a jinx.
Yeah. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
He's a jinx.
He's a jinx.
Right, duly noted.
The way I see it is that 343 needs to release a patch. I think he's breaking the game because he is so good.
Okay.
His snipes are unreal. It breaks the game.
So just some, I guess some like history here. Where did Chalky come from? Because when I had first casted them at Gamescom, I believe it was you guys, as a matter of fact, Sims, most importantly,
Yes.
who had drafted out this whole thing, and Bravo had printed out all this info.
Yep.
And it was Ramirez who was the guy to look out for on TCM. Not to take anything away from him, but Chalky turned out to be like the star on that team. Despite Ramirez having incredible plays, everyone remembered Chalky. Where did he come from, I guess?
You see, I don't really know, because at the end of Reach, he was winning events.
Okay.
And he was on top teams, but he never really sprouted into this superstar sniper player until the start of Halo 4, pretty much, when the High Society lineup just absolutely taught everyone a new one. It's hard. He kind of came out of nowhere, and hey, I'm not complaining, because the guy is just, he hits some shots that I would never even think to try, ever.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's something kind of to note here, right? I mean, you know, HCS for North America has opened up a lot of doors for a lot of new players. You know, similar to the old days, right, where you are going to see your storied names, but you're going to see the new guys too coming back, and or I would say, you know, coming with a vengeance here against a lot of the veterans, and it's kind of cool to see that happen also here in Europe as well, you know, because my history and my knowledge of European Halo is very, very limited, unfortunately, which of course will change because these guys have proven to just be incredible.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, the most we knew about Europe in NA was Power.
Yeah.
Right, the Buck Twins, Buck 20, Buck 57. You know, that was pretty much like the gist of it, right? We love those guys. They were awesome. They came out strong every time. I think they had a top 16 finish once. Like, it was always good to see those dudes compete. But now you're starting to see more of Europe, right? You're starting to see more presence here, right? Like with TEC and Lethal in the crew, and TCM, Chalky and those guys, VWS, FaZe. It's very interesting to see this kind of like evolution of European Halo.
I personally think it started with the global champs.
Yeah.
We had 5 or 6 players from Germany, England, Ireland.
I think Riots was in there, right?
No, Riots didn't make the global champs. It was Too Foxy.
Too Foxy,
from
I'm sorry.
TCM, yeah.
Okay.
He made the global champs finals, and in fact, a player from Switzerland, Gunner, actually made the top 16.
That's right. I remember Gunner. I met Gunner at Gamescom. I was walking to, because at that time I was hosting the Battlefield broadcast, and I was walking around the Halo booth, and just because I wanted to see like what the competition was like out there, and I remember being told by one of the guys who worked at 343, was like, hey, this guy Gunner is really good.
He is.
And then coming to, you know, to Seattle for PAX, again, it was still like, hey, this guy Gunner, he's a beast. Look out for Gunner. And Too Foxy also was in that loop too. But Gunner was like the guy that people thought was going to make it to the top 8 from Europe. He had like an unfortunate game, I think, in the because it was split out into obviously 2 top 8 teams or top 8 players. And I think he had an unfortunate run. He was like kind of like the guy that got the bad spawns like time in and time out. But still, though, regardless of the fact, it was like an impressive showing out of him. And that's good to know, right? Again, it's like this community is here, thriving, wanting, you know, so much more. And thankfully, thanks to guys like Gfinity, you know, there's going to be those avenues for them to be able to compete, which is it's incredible.
Yeah, you are not wrong. And it looks as if the game is going to be starting. So we are going to be jumping back on board with TCM Chalky.
They didn't even know we were away for a little bit.
No,
they had no idea.
Yeah, they didn't know.
That's how you fill, baby.
Yeah.
That's how you keep the donut and you take the strawberry and you just fill it.
Yeah, with no giraffe. No giraffe.
No giraffe meat necessary. All jelly. All right, so I guess we're gonna stick with Chalky though. Again, I want to follow him. They were 9-1 at the start. They ended up getting 4 down right away, getting that camo. Too Foxy had the camo, was causing all sorts of problems, but Chalky was playing the portals. So we'll see if they're going to continue to do that again. Just remind you guys, TCM facing off against Velociraptors as we are going to be kicking things off in Warlord Team Slayer. Checking out Chalky in 3, 2, 1. Take it away, Wonder.
Here we go. We're going to be jumping on board with Chalky for the start of this game. He's put some great shots on some Velociraptors players across the map. Worth noting, Golden Boy, it is Too Foxy really is the man who times camouflage. He's the guy who gets that camouflage. He'll happily get camouflage, get a shotgun, and just run around the map. He's a great FFA player, And to be honest with you, I think Warlord kind of suits the FFA player because at this moment in time, it's still early on in the game. Teams don't really know how to play Warlord too much. They're still trying to figure out what they need to do. They need to trap players in bases, but everyone's still not really sure. And I think that's playing into the hands of 2Foxy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, one thing you got to keep in mind, too, is, you know, despite the fact that Warlord is a map that people are very familiar with, you know, it's still, the game itself is still relatively new. You know, how the weapons play, how, you know, how you approach certain situations. But one thing to keep in mind, though, Chalky ran out of ammo. That's unfortunate.
That's the sign that you are doing something correct, Golden Boy, because if you're putting shots on everyone and you run out of ammo, your team are actually going to be, okay, yeah, fair enough. You're putting shots on absolutely everyone, then that's,
like, hey, man, thanks.
That's cool. That's
thanks
fine.
for, you know, having our back here, right?
We are fine with that. So we're still on the POV of TCM. Chalky finally gets taken down by a grenade there, but you see the assist medals just flowing in through the kill feed.
I gotta say, though, the game is a lot closer than what I had initially thought. It's currently going to be 10-9 and 11-9 now as TCM's going to try and peel away with the lead here. 12-9 as they get another kill as well. That was going to be Manatee who ends up getting picked off. Chalky throwing down some shots along range. Let's go ahead and jump over to the Velociraptor side, see what's going on with Cyborg. Let's see if he can live up to the name.
Yeah, let's do it. It is a scary thing, though, Golden Boy. When you see in that kill feed, TCM BenQ killed X. It is scary because you just see the gamer tags and you just see TCM BenQ, bam. It's just all the way through the kill feed. So Cyborg here is just coming off the respawn, trying to push to help out a few players, trying to trap TCM in a base there, but was not able to. He's trying to find a player here, bottom middle, gets the nice kill there on TCM 2Foxy. Yeah,
that's right. Cyborg, unfortunately, not able to do much there. He does get the grenade kill, though. That was going to be Riot who ends up being the victim of that one. 23-14 as Velociraptors are struggling here. Let's give some love to Riots on the other side. Riots is the kind of the guy who, you know, everyone talks about, you know, everyone always talks about Chalky. You know, you always have that conversation about Ramirez just being an absolutely talented player. 2Foxy and his objective play, but what does Riots bring to the table here for this team?
Well, Riots really is a bit of a dark horse, as you said. No one really seems to speak about him. I mean, Ramirez is the captain.
Besides his freakish, you know, height.
Of course, yeah. Speaking of giraffes, I mean, that guy's pretty much a giraffe.
Being a high-five one.
But Riots is kind of the guy that no one speaks about. People speak about Ramirez and his talented, objective plays. People talk about 2Foxy, such a great FFA player. Chalky, obviously, superstar sniper rifle. Riots is the kind of guy that everyone sleeps on, and he's just an individual beast. He really just does not tend to miss any shots at all, Golden Boy.
He's the glue. Every team needs that guy. You need that guy who's the glue of the roster, right? You keep them together. You're keeping everyone level-headed. You know, when your superstar kind of starts to go off and gets a little frustrated, you need the guy with the level-headed attitude to keep everyone, you know, in the matchup. And it's so important, and I think that's what Riot brings to the table. Although I haven't heard much communication, or that could not be the case perhaps, but I always feel like you have that one guy who's just the, you know, the dark horse, as you said, is just the glue.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So 17 kill game here as TCM look to close this one out as soon as possible. Now it's an 18 game.
Oh, goodness.
Riot's running out of ammo. That's the second time this game that we've seen a TCM player without any ammo, Golden Boy. They're just doing such great work putting shots on people.
Yep, and Velociraptors, by the way, you know, having to face TCM first round definitely is a daunting task. Yep. Bear in mind as well, TCM are the European champions. They ended up winning last week in, you know, in an amazing fashion. You know, having defeated Vibes in the final, now known as London Conspiracy. Player's going to chase through the portals. Riot's going to be able to pick off the kill, the headshot there, and gets the assist to boot. That's going to be 46-25. 4 kills remaining here as Riot's going to look to close this one out alongside the rest of TCM. Pressure down in the middle here. Riot's looking to get control of the plats. That's going to be Cyborg for the pushes. Riot's going to have to back away from this one, but he will have his teammates there to support him. 49, I believe, to 20-something, 27. As a matter of fact, 50. That's going to do it. TCM takes game number 1.
Yeah, that really was as simple as we thought it would be for TCM. Velociraptors there just getting sort of trapped in a base. They got outslayed completely. And the difference in class is really showing right now.
Well, and another thing to keep in mind, too, was Riot's in that last engagement, right? 46-27. Riot's is thinking to himself, okay, I'll throw on a couple shots here. I don't need to challenge this unnecessarily. I could back away. I have confidence in my teammates to be able to come out on top here. And that's exactly what happened. You know, you could definitely see that confidence from TCM, and they should have it, right? Velociraptors, not to take anything away from them, but TCM, as you said, they're on this whole other level right now. And everyone knows this. They are the team to beat in this tournament. And when you come into an event with that kind of swagger, you know that everyone else is looking like, oh, man, this is going to be a tough matchup. TCM have that to this advantage. They pretty much scare anyone else they play against, except for maybe, you know, London Conspiracy, perhaps, who feels that maybe they can take TCM, you know, in the final. So again, it's going to be rather interesting to see all this unfolds. But Velociraptors, though, down 1-0 in this series, going into Shrine CTF. This is chalky land right here.
This is,
you know?
You're not wrong. This is definitely chalky territory.
If he gets a sniper rifle, which he will off the break, expect him to make some big plays. But the one that you got to look out for is the player that gets the rockets, right?
Yep.
Who's going to be that guy? And usually it's either Ramirez or 2Foxy. 2Foxy more so gets the rockets in the mid. That's going to be interesting to see, you know, who's able to get that control right away and how Chalky's going to be able to support.
Yeah, the problem that Velociraptors are going to encounter is the fact that 2Foxy rushes the jump up into the window straight away. So he just dips down, gets the rockets, and jumps back up into ring 2. If you're an experienced team, you kind of have the sniper looking at that kind of area, so you can maybe pick off 2Foxy before he gets the rockets. But on the Velociraptor side, because they are kind of a pickup team, they're a bit of a makeshift, you just have to wonder who's going to be there to shut down 2Foxy before he gets the hands on those rockets.
Well, hilariously enough, though, and there you can see Xavi, as a matter of fact, with that TCM. Or, I'm sorry, that's not Xavi. I apologize. I thought it was Xavi.
Come on, man.
Dude,
you're supposed to be a professional.
I'm blind here. I can't see. I'm trying. I'm trying. Anyway, no, but there you see the TCM guys. On the other side, though, I wanted to highlight Xavi, because Xavi is the coach of this TCM squad, and he should know about that push, right? He should know about the push that 2Foxy is going to make. At the very least, they can hold them off. He should say, hey, be on the lookout. This guy's going to push in the middle. We got to just, like, absolutely unload that mid with nades and make sure that 2Foxy can't get away with it, because they have to get the rockets. That's going to be the thing that dictates whether or not they're going to be able to come out on top with this victory.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You just have to wonder whether it will just play in the hands of the Velociraptors and the fact they have TCM's coach on their team. So they know the starting strats. They know what the other team like to do. They know what they know TCM's tendencies, because they've got the man who coaches them. They've got the man who stands behind them.
They should technically be able to stop this, but you know, the saying it versus executing it are two different things altogether. Everything's always easier said than done. So waiting here to see if this matchup begins in a little bit, but I gotta say, you know, TCM looking rather good. Just a reminder for you guys back at home, at you know, after this matchup is done at around 1 p.m., we're going to have an awesome announcement, okay? I don't want to tease too much. All right, I'm very excited. I'm smiling, okay? It's kind of like a natural smile. So I'm very excited.
Mine's not natural. It's very excited smile.
I'm very exciting smile, guys. So you're going to want to tune in just for the smile. No, but we have a great announcement coming up at 1 p.m., followed by a matchup that you guys are going to want to watch. We have FaZe France, who ended up 2-0ing Xenex at the beginning of the broadcast, facing off against none other than London Conspiracy. Right? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Team Infused. Why am I brain farting on that? Team Infused. That's why I have Wonder here. He tells me everything. By the way, guys, follow Wonder on Twitter at WonderboyHalo, and also follow Sims at The Sims. These guys have been kicking butt representing EU Halo.
Oh, that's so nice.
Dude,
you say such nice words.
You gotta give love, man. It's always you know, it's always a nice thing to see communities always continuing to strive to do more. And of course, a big thank you to Gfinity, who's hosting this event. First time these guys are doing Halo, so they want to hear your feedback. They want to know how they can improve. Make sure you use the hashtag Gfinity Halo2K when you're talking about it on Twitter.
And of course, don't forget to use the Twitch link as well in your tweet for a chance to win a pork loin from Golden Boys.
It could be a pork loin,
freezer,
maybe some giraffe meat.
No,
it will not be giraffe meat at all.
Be cool.
Sorry.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. It's like
coming back to that Infused matchup, Infused against FaZe France, I'm just looking at the game types: Shrine Slayer, Lockdown King, and Warlord Slayer. So that's going to be really, really intense, especially Game 2, Lockdown King the Hill.
Yeah, that's right. It's going to be it's going to be interesting. Round 2 is going to have a lot of intensity there. Let's go ahead and kick it off with 2 Foxy. I want to see, and then we're going to kick it off with 2 Foxy because we know Chalky's going to go for the sniper. That's already a given. If 2 Foxy is able to get that rocket and just dip out, that's going to be the difference maker. And if he does, run away with that scot-free, then we'll jump over to Chalky and give you guys some sniper love.
I swear, if Chalky gets an overkill extermination off the start, I'm standing
Why
up.
Are you scaring me right now?
I'm walking out.
Don't do that. All right, I'm leaving it up to the producers in the back to just keep note if Chalky starts to go off with it. Please have my back, guys. I don't want the internet to hate me today. I already get that enough as it is.
Aww.
So
that's not good.
It's not nice. Oh, well, look, 2 Foxy is going right for that run. Yep. So we already know that this is going to be the case here. And he's actually opting to go around, so never mind. 2 Foxy is going to get picked off. Jumping over to Chalky real quick now because Chalky is going to have that snipe, and he's going to have it ring 3, as a matter of fact. So this is rather interesting stuff here. Brightside has the rockets. This is not going to look good, but Chalky could make this stop happen. Yes, he does. There's going to be some pressure coming through. He does get that body shot there. I thought that was going to be a no-scope. That could have been absolutely deadly, but he gets the nade kill because he knew that was cookies from the start. He's going to get a double kill as well, pushing up through the rocks. This is the Chalky that we know and love, as we've seen him perform time and time again, pushing into this base.
Yeah, you are not wrong. I liked how Velociraptors used their experience there. They shot down the waterfall, gave them a bit of cover here from the Chalky show, which is very, very much in full flow right now. He's in the Velociraptors base, trying to find a player.
Oh my goodness.
Lovely headshot there on Cyborg.
Oh my goodness, the killing spree headshot with the no-scope.
Just no-scope there from Chalky. Trying to take another one. I was sure that was a headshot. Chalky cleans up Xavier there, his coach. That was outrageous.
No-scope out of nowhere, man. That is insane.
Is that the
Screw the RKO.
RKO?
That was madness. But despite that incredible play from Chalky, you got to highlight the fact that the sniper has a couple bullets left, and it is going to be on the side of Velociraptors. They have to be careful about this. Chalky does give up that one. That is going to lead a sniper in the hands of Brightside. So Brightside with that snipe could cause some problems if TCM isn't careful.
And you wanted to start the game off with 2 Foxy. What's wrong with you, man?
Well, thank you for, highlighting that, okay? Everyone could have just forgotten about it, but no, Wonder has to bring it up again.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you. All right, well, Brightside is going to be in a world of hurt at Ring 2 as he falls victim there to TCM, just putting the pressure on him. Flag has been pulled, though, I believe, and I'm trying to see who from TCM has it. That's actually going to be Ramirez. Ramirez is going to be inches away from being able to put this one through, and that's going to be a flag cap there for TCM as Ramirez puts that one away. That's going to make it 1-0 at the start of this matchup.
Yeah, we're going to stay on board with Ramirez from TCM for a little while. Speaking to Chalky before this event, speaking about Ramirez, a lot of people doubted his individual abilities. He's using shotgun very, very well. Chalky said to me, Ramirez is the kind of player where he'll make 5 stupid plays, and if one of them comes off, he's going to get you a flag cap, or he's going to change the game in the favor of your team. So
it's those 50-50 plays, right? Which in Halo, I'm not a fan of it. And that's actually going to be a killing spree there for Ramirez. And he tries to challenge with a shotgun to ring 3.
Yeah, try sniping someone.
Bless
there.
you.
Yeah, okay. Coming back to those plays, though, by Ramirez, they're not the kind of plays you can quantify. They don't show up in the post-game report, but they get your team the win. So Chalky feels that Ramirez is really an invaluable part of this TCM team.
Well, I feel like all 4 members of TCM are, each has their strength. But when you're talking about those kinds of plays from Ramirez, you have to take in consideration that those are risky plays. And you had mentioned actually, I think it was Sims who mentioned the YOLO pulls, right? And this is, which actually cracked me up because I didn't even know that was like a thing.
Yeah, apparently.
Which is what we're seeing here from Ramirez, right? Like
YOLO pull.
He gets this pull. He doesn't have a lot of support on the other side. He at least need one player on that other side, right? This isn't going to work against a team like FaZe, London Conspiracy, Infused. It just doesn't work against those guys.
And the thing is as well that when you're trying to compete at the top level against the top US teams, you have to be able to hold your own if you are going to try something ridiculous like Ramirez tries every single game. And that's where a few people are kind of doubting him, but at the moment, it's going pretty well for him.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and right now, this is kind of like the playground that Ramirez would need in order for him to make something happen here. It seems like the flag's going to be really close to being capped, by the way, and that could make it a 2-0. Riots has the sniper as well as a clean BR, which he's able to pick off one of the players there for Velociraptors. Can't find much there. That's going to be a flag cap, perhaps. Nade's going to fly all over the place. 2 Foxy's going to get the cap there, making it 2-0 in favor of TCM. Now, Riots has that sniper. Let's see what he's going to bring to the table here.
Yeah, he's just hard scoping this street door. Did you see how TCM used that waterfall there, Golden Boy?
Yes.
He shot the waterfall, and then they had complete cover. All the Velociraptors players could do was throw grenades and just hope. And in the end, it worked out because TCM got the cap.
Yeah, and you can see a little frustration out of Riot's missing a real easy shot there from that player who pushed out. But, yeah, you know, again, this is something that TCM used rather well, I think, at PAX Prime, was the waterfall, because Sanctuary had just made a debut at PAX Prime, and TCM was using that waterfall quite a bit. The waterfall has come in handy a lot, and it's something where, you know, it's not what you'd expect to see. Again, because it's never been in Halo before, it's a you know, kind of like a map element that's never existed, but it adds you know, quite a bit of depth to how you approach the bases, because you throw down that waterfall, you're giving yourself some cover. It takes some I guess a lot of aim and a lot of patience. What is 2 Foxy doing there? Just, he wanted the sniper rifle. We clearly knew that. No one else was going for it, but, oh, he gets the body shot on him.
Baby, I thought that was a headshot.
I thought that was, too. That was a comeback kill for him. But just to kind of highlight on that one, and you see that plasma pistol, by the way, just hones on you like crazy. But, yeah, I feel like, you know, there's the little map elements, the little things in this map that have changed, like the new jumps, have really kind of added to how you approach different plays on Sanctuary.
Yeah, the thing with the amazing waterfall element as well is the fact that you can use it both offensively and defensively. As 2 Foxy there tries with the pro combo, just hitting that plasma rifle beatdown, tried to clean up the player there.
I was about to say.
Almost got taken down.
That would have been bad.
The player. If he managed to get a kill with a plasma rifle, I probably would have eaten a giraffe.
Well, the plasma rifle, don't sleep on it, man. It's a great weapon, and there's just too much talk of giraffes here. You know, at the champion. No, it's okay. You can. I regret it. I regret doing this. You know, like I started this, and I have to end it. No, but seriously though, you know, you have Riots actually hanging out over by ring 2. You have Chalky supporting him. Let's actually jump over to Chalky, who has a sniper rifle. You know, you always just got to point this out, man. It's always you know, the Chalky show here when he has that one out. He has a couple bullets left, actually 2 bullets left in that snipe. So maybe that could net him 2 kills here, but it is going to be 2-0. Plenty of time for TCM to be able to pull this flag and make something happen, or Velociraptors to find something, get something going here. But, of course, the pressure is on us. TCM has just pretty much pincered anyone from the Velociraptor team inside of the base. Oh, Chalky tried to go for that jump shot there. Not going to connect with that one either. He's going to have no shields, and he will get picked off.
Yeah, he tried going for that fadeaway snipe there, Golden Boy. It just did not come
settings, too.
Oh, that's not something you want to see early on in the tournament.
Not at all.
But Chalky here is coming off the respawn. Coming back to those waterfalls, though, Golden Boy, you have to just love how it's used both offensively and defensively.
Yeah.
If you are coming off spawn and you are 4 dead, then you can push into your base, shoot down the waterfall, then suddenly you just have...
You have all this kind of control, right?
Exactly.
I mean, you're able to navigate your base freely most of the time, right? I mean,
you have like a clean platform to push from.
You can get you know, a couple good shots through there though, but it's just a tad bit harder to do. That's going to be a grenade kill there for Chalky. Chalky is going to get picked off by Rocket from Brightside. Brightside with a double, as that's going to be 2 members of TCM falling there and leaving, I believe it's only going to be 1 person up. Now off the respawn, Chalky able to support his teammate 2 Foxy, who was actually pushing up quite a bit at the enemy side. Chalky looking to make some noise here. Looking over, Brightside does get picked off. That's going to be the Rockets down on the floor there by the ravine. He got killed by a ravine. It's not good.
No, that's not great.
You never want to be killed by a ravine.
Brightside here just sort of patrolling his own sniper area, maybe waiting for that sniper rifle to come up, but it's not up yet. Golden Boy finds a TCM player.
That's Chalky pushing.
Yeah, that was Chalky there trying to push, but Brightside just putting on some great suppressive fire. Finds Chalky, takes down Chalky with ease.
Another good thing to point out too, I don't know if you noticed this throughout the game here, but all the different jumps that have kind of you know, evolved here, right? I mean, you have that one jump that can take you from sniper on that little ledge. that would be able to bring you up to the snipe bridge, right?
Yep.
Like those little things that
almost like pixel perfect.
Yeah,
jump.
like pixel perfect jumps that you have to make, and really just add a lot to the approaches of this map. Excited to see how some of the top players here in this tournament use them to their advantage, because so far it's been rather effective here. Brightside with the shotgun looking to push up. Now he's going to be inside of the base, but can't do anything because TCM are going to be inside of the blue base.
Yeah, they are absolutely slaughtering Brightside's teammates here. He's just trying to do as best he can to stop this flag run while his teammates are on spawn. Gets the nice flag defense there with a shotgun, but eventually taken down by a TCM player. Coming back to the new map elements though, Golden Boy, the best player, in my opinion, to use these new elements has got to be Blackjack from London Conspiracy. The way he uses sniper rifles, he's not a natural aim player like Chalky. Chalky hits the most outrageous shots, but the way that Blackjack uses the angles is out of this world. If you see on your screen right now, in sort of the far right corner in the courtyard, there's actually a place you can fall off the map, and Blackjack has actually figured out, as we're on board with Manatees, he actually takes down the flag. They're trying to get a double kill. Can he try and snipe someone with a shotgun here? It's not working out. But those rocks, you can actually sit there in a standoff. You can jump on top of the rocks and shoot straight into Ring 2. So if there are any players in Ring 2, then you can take them down easily. But TCM closed the game and this series out 3-0, 2-0 in the series.
Velociraptors couldn't quite do it there. Maybe they should have had a Velociraptor on their team.
Wow. Okay.
You know? I don't know. I'm really trying to do like a pun, like a terrible pun with a Velociraptor. Nothing's coming to mind here. Wow. And I'm pretty sure someone on the internet has a better Velociraptor joke.
I hope so. If you do, make sure you tweet this guy.
Yeah, tweet me. Let me know.
Because this is I can't work under these conditions.
Can't work. How dare he not have good Velociraptor jokes? All right, well that's gonna wrap things up here. TCM is gonna take this matchup against Velociraptors 2-0. They're gonna look rather good going into the next round here. Coming up next, though, we have an awesome announcement for Halo fans, HCS fans out there, so you're not going to want to miss that one. And then we have Infused facing off against FaZe France. I cannot wait for that matchup. That's going to be good.
That's going to be probably...
That's going to be our first round 2 matchup.
That's right, yeah. So we're going to be seeing some new game types. We're not going to be seeing the same Warlord Slayer, Shrine CTF, Lockdown Slayer. We're going to be moving on to a new rotation. It's going to be Shrine Slayer, Lockdown King of the Hill, which is the first time we've seen that on stream this weekend, and Warlord Slayer for Game 3 should we need it. But coming back to that matchup, the French players of FaZe France are just... They played out of this world this morning, taking down Zenex. No one really expected it to be a clean 2-0 for FaZe. But they pulled it out of the bag.
That's right. That's right. Of course, we're looking forward to that matchup. But before we do that, we do have my good friend and fellow caster host and, just a guy I like to go to the pub with and, rustle up a few people. I don't know. Maybe that just sounded terrible. Rustle up a few. I don't know. Anyway, we have Brycey down on the floor. Brycey, what's going on, brother?
Hello and welcome. I'm joined here with Xavier and Perry. That was an intense game just then. I mean, you didn't win, but how was that to play?
It was good fun to play. Really good on LAN, really good setup here. It's great fun, really well run, and there were some good games. TCM won deservingly. So.
Do you think how do you feel now? I mean, it's a loser bracket time. Are you looking for that epic loser bracket run?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to losers round 1. I'm playing a rival in that, someone that we've never got along very well, so that'll be a good fun matchup. And it'll be good fun to play with my team. It's good fun to play the boys.
I'm put you on the spot here. Who is that rival?
No comment.
No comment. Well, clearly we're looking forward to seeing that game coming on. So I'm going to go over to the team that may have defeated you a little bit. TCM or TCM Empire. I was around when that was created. That was great. So how was that for you?
It was a lot of fun. We got to try out some new guns because we obviously both teams know that we were the stronger side going into it. We kind of got a good amount of warm-up time, so yeah, we're ready for some of the bigger matches like Vibe, Infused later on in the tournament.
Awesome. Who would you say is kind of your rival out of those, though?
Obviously Vibe. We've played them the most. Always we're playing them in the finals, so it should be a lot of fun playing them again.
Fair enough. Okay, so there's been a few big things for Halo recently. What do you think of HCS coming back?
I think it's amazing. It's like the revival of Halo. It's the amount of the new players and old players coming back, and the players that have always stuck around. I can actually see this game going somewhere going somewhere big. It's the competition's at the highest level.
Did you hear about the Gfinity announcement? What do you think of that?
I heard a little bit about it. Was it 50 events?
30 events, of which there will be, I think it's 4 majors and open across 6 games. Are you looking forward to that?
I'll be attending all the Halo ones for sure. Don't worry, I'll be at all of them.
Confidence there from him. What do you think then? Revival of Halo as competitive esport.
It's huge. Like, you see everyone, all the big names are back. Players that you wouldn't even think would be back are back. The best thing about it is actually seeing the interest in players. Like, after a tournament, sometimes players are like, oh, we'll take like a week break. Whereas like this game, like everyone wants to get home and practice for the next event. So it's huge, especially with the new league as well. It's more of an incentive to play.
Awesome. Well, I think everyone's looking forward to continue going. Any shout outs while I've got you two here? Anyone you want to shout out on the stream?
I'll give Sif a shout out, carry on the tradition. So I'll give Sif, my boy Sif, a shout out. Yep.
Awesome. How about you?
And obviously huge support for TCM, especially BenQ and Cooler Master, because they've got us everywhere recently. We've been Cali, Seattle in the last month, so it's huge.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you once again for kind of joining me here in the interview. I'm going to let you go get ready for your next game. Guys at home, after this quick commercial break, we're going to bring you an incredible trailer from HCS. You're going to want to see it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.